Welcome back to A Toda Madre. It's your boy Rodless.
And the brother Will.
The brother Will with his unscripted take. I saw all your unscripted takes this week with the Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, and there was a third one. I just forgot who it was.
Well, it was the four matches that happened. Obviously, it was a Rumble with Liv Morgan.
We actually spoke on AJ Styles.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see that one.
It's actually one of the more liked videos that I got out of the four.
Yeah, so what's your actual take? Like, do you think he's retiring, or do you think he's gonna have like a TNA run, AEW run?
I mean, according to Hunter Helmsley, whatever, Triple H. According to Triple H, he's done. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know that last homage where he didn't take off his gloves. That kind of tells me like, okay, it's gonna go elsewhere, different direction.
Yeah. So I think he's done with WWE for sure. Like, I don't think we're gonna see him in a WWE ring anymore. That's what I believe. Because he also didn't get a speech. Like, what happened to the old times when a wrestler would retire? They would give a speech. You know, at least Ric Flair did. Taker did, right? Or no?
I don't even think Taker has had his retirement match, has he?
Well, technically, no, you're not wrong. I did hate the ending. I did hate that he beat him. But that's because I'm just an AJ Styles fan. When there's a days the TNA, if I would have known this was his last match, we would have done his 5 best matches, your 5, my 5, or your 3, my 3. Obviously, we didn't get to do that, so we might touch on it later on. But I don't know. I have a feeling he's gonna do a little TNA tribute. I just maybe like half a year before he finally calls it quits. I don't think he goes to AEW unless he wants to work with Adam Page, MJF, and who's Mr. Way, the one who's pretty popular on that side, who's never won with WWE, Kenny Omega. But I think he worked with Kenny Omega in Japan.
Yeah, I believe they did. There's some, and obviously, I'm sure if you were to go the AEW route, you would have some pretty good matches. I'm not gonna lie. There's some good people out there that would give them some good shows, put up some good shows for them.
Yes, and if it's, let's say, even though I would be against it, but if he goes for 1 year to AEW, I probably would be the first time where I would tune in for like the whole year just for him, because I do know that his style would be great, and he would probably only do pay-per-views. I don't think he would do like the regular showcasing.
I doubt it. I'm sure he still has. I mean, he still definitely has it in him to where he could do showcase, regular everyday showcasing. And again, it doesn't have to be like, hey, 5-year run. It could just be a 1-year run where it's just gonna be you on TV with the title, kind of like Goldberg back in 2002 when he came for that 1-year run. And that was it.
Yeah, I do like, even though I didn't get to see the match, I do like that Drew McIntyre one. I do like that. That means that he's keeping the belt till WrestleMania. I see that for sure. That means we're getting Cody as probably the Elimination Chamber champion. I mean, winner. And you said that you were watching the CM Punk Roman promo. Did he choose him already?
Yeah, so he wasn't gonna pick yet until like the very end of the show. He's like, you know what, screw it, I'm picking you because I hate you, or whatever.
Okay, so really Roman CM Punk.
Yeah, I mean, from what it seems, it seems official because he's like, I'm not picking you because you're the best. I'm not picking you because some other reason. He's like, I'm picking you because I hate you. That was it.
That's why does he even hate him so much, man? I'm like, CM Punk left, and that's why you took over WWE.
Well, I mean, that was exactly what CM Punk said, and he was like, or Roman Reigns said, he's like, you left for 10-year vacation, and I was carrying this place or whatever. He's like, who do you think made the call for you to come back to WWE? Who do you think they asked for permission for you to come back?
No.
Like they asked me or whatever.
I have to go back and check it out because I have a feeling. If you already chose them, basically, I don't think we're gonna get 2-month run of them just talking shit. I think we're gonna get a Finn Balor feud.
No, there's a Finn Balor feud somewhere in between because I know that CM Punk. So basically, the promo started with Roman Reigns talking. I missed it. I was helping my kid with his homework, but then I went upstairs and I saw him and I was watching. So I just sat down for a minute. And at that point, that's when CM Punk was coming out. So I know Roman was already talking. When CM Punk came out, first thing he said was, "Go straight to a camera and start talking about Finn Balor." And then that Roman was like, "So you're coming out here to interrupt me and talk about Finn Balor, whatever." And that's when they started talking and whatnot. But I know that there's got to be another fight between Punk and Balor at some point in between.
Yes, and then obviously, if there's no Saturday night main event, it looks like it's going to lead up into Elimination Chamber, and that's where at least my take goes wrong, right? Because I was saying keep Roman off. I'm like that way we can be like, oh, who's he going to choose? Who's he going to choose? I'm like CM Punk closes the night, like I said, or let's say Cody wins, CM Punk shows up at the end of the Elimination Chamber, try to say like, oh, congratulations to Cody. And then Roman Reigns hits the end and he points at the time. But obviously, we're not going to get that. So now I have to change the whole script. And we're going to get Finn Balor versus CM Punk. It's probably going to be Demon Balor versus CM Punk Elimination Chamber.
I doubt it would make it a Demon Balor, mostly because it's like a big. I mean, then again, they don't really care about it anymore. But Demon Balor was like a very untouchable character. Where like you're not going to lose. Now,
I believe he's ready to Brock Lesnar.
Well, yeah, that's the point. It's to Edge,
and Roman Reigns.
Yeah, so it's like it's becoming like to a point where it's like, okay, well, it's just gonna be a gimmick in a way, and you're gonna be losing it with him too. Not only as regular Finn Balor, but also as Demon.
So we'll see where that direction gets to. I will be honest, and this is my unscripted take to what I'm gonna say because I am getting really pissed off at all the fans about Saudi. When every time they start talking about the girls wrestling and all that, oh, how come they can't wear this? How come they can't wear that? I'm like, bro, like it's just tradition. It's not as religious for them. I'm like, if anything, for me, I watch women's wrestling. When I watch them, is for the wrestling, not the freaking skin, not for gooning, because that just makes you a fucking gooner. That's disgusting when you guys are complaining about the clothes. Because at the end of the day, we watch wrestling for wrestling. We don't watch wrestling for the girls' fucking booties, for their tits, for their skin, for their tights. No. And if anything, I noticed one thing actually. For some reason, every time they start wearing like these tight clothes, like in Saudi, like everything covered, their moves look more slick. Like les sale más mejor las moves, como que they feel more comfortable. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But I did love the Royal Rumble de las Mujeres a lot more. Like everything made sense the way they were coming out. I'm like, okay, they did it a lot better than the men. But that is something that I did complain about when I saw everybody complaining about the clothes. I'm like, if anything, the girls get very fucking creative with their clothes, except for like Raquel. Liv Morgan was all in black. Raquel was in black. Rhea Ripley was in black. Like, come on, get more creative. Get more creative. Fucking, I love Roxanne with her green for Kim Possible.
Yeah.
I thought she was badass. The Bella Twins, thing 1, thing 2, that was pretty cool. I like it. They get creative, and it's like an homage to the cartoons that we grew up watching.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, it's like they're very limited. I mean, I don't know about now, but obviously back when Rey Mysterio would come out and WrestleMania as a superhero, and then WWE got cease and desist or whatever. Yeah, basically sued. Heck, hey, he needs to stop doing this. So I'm sure it could potentially go the same route, and that's why they don't really go into stuff like that. Because it's freaking United States is known for suing about every little thing possible. That's what they're good for. That's what they're good for out here.
Which I think is bullshit because that means that we're not gonna see the Penta Joker.
I mean,
Penta has a Joker mask, the same way as Rey Mysterio, but his face is like the Joker.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I'm sure we won't. Again, it's just stuff like that. It happens. It's money making people greedy. It's that simple.
People were also complaining there's too many luchadores in the Royal Rumble. I was like, really? I'm like, count how many. I'm like, La Iguana, La Parca, Dragon Lee, Phoenix, Penta, and Rey. And Rey only lasted like 30 seconds?
Yeah, because he was one of the first ones. Yeah.
Dragon Lee, he jumps. Not Dragon Lee, it's the Phoenix. They carry him, they toss him. I don't know about Dragon Lee. I think he got eliminated right away también.
I mean, yeah. For the most part, yeah, it was 6 luchadores. But you think about it, they weren't complaining last year when they started off the Rumble with like 6, 7, 8, 9 high flyers.
Exactly.
I just think they were underused. I mean, like you mentioned, Rey Fenix jumping over onto Brock Lesnar and he just catches him and just throws him on the floor like nothing. You know, it's like, okay. I'm like, okay, well, at least we might get the Lucha Bros right now. You know, Penta's about to come out at some point, and then they eliminate Rey Fenix before Penta even comes out.
Which is bullshit. They are holding on them. They are holding them, and I feel because Penta is still a big power driver. You know, like he's still a badass singles guy. If anything, they should make Dragon Lee and Rey Fenix a tag team.
Well, yeah, except for they're in different brands.
Oh yeah.
That's definitely because obviously you had the whole Dragon Lee, AJ Styles, right, and you had the whole Rey Fenix and
Andrade.
Obviously, Andrade ended up leaving, but you have potential matchmaking abilities. Yeah. It's just you're not using them properly. You're not like right now is the perfect time to put. Yes, I get it. Penta has the pop. He has the potential to go on a solo run, but like, bro, you just brought the Raw division, tag because of the Usos back, so now is your time to bring the Lucha Bros into this mix where you have the Usos and you have the New Days and you have the, War Raiders and X, Y, and Z,
I get it. I just, for me, I would love to see an Intercontinental run before he gets the tag team titles. And if you're not gonna get it, like, because I know Finn Balor's probably gonna be the one they thrown in Dirty Dom. I believe it should be Penta. But we can't always get what we want, right? We wanted Chad Gable to beat Gunther, and we didn't get that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's very much possible. Yeah, obviously Finn Balor is still there. I don't know at this point how they're gonna be going with stories because, I mean, again, I guess Balor Mysterio at Mania because now that Dom's back, so he came back today. But I don't know if he's fit to wrestle. He just came out. He's like, "Hey, I'm only here because I want to congratulate my abuelita, blah, 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 whatever." That's all he said. And then so I'm assuming, okay, if he's back, then maybe come, he's probably like Chamber. He's gonna cost Finn Balor the match.
Yeah, he's probably gonna be a 1 week or 2 weeks to be televised so that we can start seeing him again, but not wrestling wise.
Right.
Because that's what I noticed. I think we touched on it last time where I was like, the reason that they get him out of TV now is so that they can extend their contract. So let's say I have you for a year, but because you didn't wrestle for 4 weeks, I have you for 4 extra weeks after your contract. Y como se llama? And as before, back in the day, when it was a stable and one was injured, that guy would be injured like in the back. Like he would just be like in the back, like just injured, unless it was like a very bad injury where he had to really step out of the stable because it was a bad injury where he wasn't going to do anything. But if it was like a broken thing, they would just keep him in the background. Y como se llama? That's what if I remember, I think it was that's when. Now we don't get that, so it kind of sucks. Pero the other one that I wanted to touch on, Brock Lesnar, really?
What about him? The way he got eliminated? I don't know, man. I don't know what happened with the Rumble. I don't know.
You think it was a botch? Do you think that's how it was meant to be, or you think it must have happened before the eating?
I don't know. That's the thing. Maybe at the same time, maybe that was how it was supposed to happen to get the imagery off of Brock Lesnar. As in like. How do I say it? Like obviously the bad stuff happening behind the scenes in WWE with Brock Lesnar. It's like, okay, let's not make him too much of a big deal. Well, he just comes in for a few couple eliminations and then out he goes. So it doesn't matter how big the elimination is gonna be because we're not gonna focus on that storyline. The storyline is gonna be Oba and Brock. I guess that's what they did. But.
And it's crazy because I didn't know that LA Knight was also the one that helped Cody push him out. I always thought it was just Cody until I read I was reading all these interviews, not interviews, podcasters touching on it, and they're saying that LA Knight did help Cody to eliminate him.
Yeah, I mean it was between both of them. They close land them out of the ring.
Yeah, and I didn't see it because it was just fun. It was like a messy. It was just messy. And if you think about it in Royal Rumble, like reasoning and all that, people hate, or at least I hate, which is true, but I hated it for different aspects. Like for me, I hate it when a luchador goes to the turnbuckle and jumps on a big guy. I hate it because you're basically talking shit on Lucha Libre. Like you're shitting on us.
Right.
On the fans of Lucha. And then the people who don't care about lucha talk shit on the wrestler by saying, "Oh, why the hell would you do that? It's a Royal Rumble, blah 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 blah." But yet you see this motherfucker yeeting in the corner and no one does shit. It's the Royal fucking Rumble.
Push him off.
Exactly. So for me, I'm like, I hope they do this next year where he's doing it again, but have them like that'll be like a shocker, like, ooh, eliminate him, and nobody's gonna expect that. Because when I saw that, I'm like, dude, it's the Royal. Like I've seen it so many times where the guy's looking at I eliminated you, and then they eliminate the other person. But this fucker's yeeting, and no one's doing shit about it.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Now, obviously, the point to that was the little setup that they did with Roman coming out at 26, but I was on the same page as you. Like somebody like push him off. Like I'm tired. Like you mentioned, a lot of TikTokers and influencers were talking on that point, and it's like, bro, like we're over it, or at least some of us, most of us are. There's still fans that want to see it happen, but they're like, okay, just do it, fine, but keep them run it back and then run it back again. Like it's just it's done. Like, this is over. Like get over it.
And I do agree, but it's I don't know. It's iffy. That's all I gotta say. And maybe it was because to me, I'm a big believer on the unsuspecting eliminations. The way they eliminated Oba so easy was unsuspected. Like, oh shit, and then Brock doing it makes sense. He's a big guy. But then for us not to see how Brock gets eliminated, like, okay, come on. And then I
mean, to be fair, we saw it. We saw it happen. But everybody was distracted. Like the people in Saudi were obviously distracted by Jey Uso. They probably didn't see Brock Lesnar getting out. But we viewers, we saw it. We had the same angle, ESPN angle. We all had it. So we saw him getting knocked out of the ring, and obviously, what's his name, Michael Cole talking about it. So we saw it happen, but the fans in Saudi didn't see it happen because they were over here paying attention to Jey Uso coming down the staircase.
And then what's it called? What was another the final four, which was Randy, Logan, Gunther, and Roman. I'm like, okay, we knew it was obvious that Roman was gonna win. It was obvious. As soon as those four were there, it was obvious. I'm like, they miss a big opportunity for WWE. Like, if you want to keep people guessing on the Rumble, you could have had LA Knight at the end, and people would have still said that was predictable because you knew that LA Knight was not gonna win. Right. But at least it gives you. I'm like, but what if? But what if? I'm like, you never know. But because we see Randy, and I believe he's already won it twice, I'm like, he was not going to win it 3 times. Logan Paul's not going to win it because people are going to fucking flip. And we don't want to see him main event in WrestleMania. I'm like, and we know Gunther was not going to win it because you're not going to win it. I'm like, if anything, who needs to retire soon in WrestleMania? Randy Orton? No, he's
not this year. No, I mean,
Rey Mysterio.
But even Mysterio retiring, it wouldn't be Gunther. That's gonna be a dumb retirement match. No
That's what. Unless Triple H, like, I don't give a fuck. He's my guy. He obviously did it to AJ. You can tell AJ didn't want to retire.
I mean, could he though?
That's a hot take. Maybe I'm being too biased, but like I don't know, something about his face. I know that it's hard to say bye, but look at Ric Flair. Ric Flair cried because it was it for him, except he went on to fucking TNA. When Undertaker did his fake retirement where he put his gloves on the ground, his hat, and all that shit, that was beautiful. That was him saying bye. And then AJ was like, he was going to take him home. He's like, nope. And that's where everybody's guessing. He's like, are we going to see him again or are we not? Because I'm like, that's your thing. You have to leave your gloves because that's something you wear. John Cena left his thing, and he should have left the pump ups, but he doesn't have pump ups no more.
The thing with AJ is, okay, so you retire from WWE, fine, not a big deal, but that's kind of like a big fu to WWE as well, in a sense of, this was my retirement match, but it wasn't. It really isn't. It's like yeah, sure, you guys could go on and say Gunther retired me, but really, I'm still wrestling in New Japan. I'm still wrestling in AEW. So really, he didn't really retire me. He just, it would have been if they were going to go that route, it would have been like, hey, like loser leaves the company.
Yeah, but it's how can I say? It's only an FU if you're a WWE guy.
That is true. I mean, yeah, that's true.
A lot of TNA fans, they always wanted to see a year run with TNA, and like now that WWE and TNA together, I'm like, they're like, oh, please get us TNA for like at least 3 months of him being a champion. and then do it at the Slammiversary where he loses it or wins it or whatever. So a lot of people still see that's that's a TNA guy. In reality, he's a TNA guy. So it's not a big FU, but it kind of is. Sting, he had his final match at WCW because it ended. He had his final match at TNA. He went to the WWE, had a retirement match. They basically retired his ass. That's what they did. And he went to AEW and had one of the best retirement matches, even though it was a tag team match.
And he was not on top.
And he won. He won, and he did the splash of the ¿cómo se llama? On the crowd where they go in the little tunnel. You know the tunnels where we go to our seats?
Yeah.
Oh, he literally jumped off one of those into like a splash. I'm like, and for a 65-year-old to be doing that shit, I'm like, damn, bro. I'm like, that's why you're fucking todo. Well, everyone, even John Cena looks like fucking Humpty Dumpty. Not fucking Hunchback, Notre Dame. Now let's bring it. Let's reel it back. We're gonna get into Elimination Chamber. Gran Americano. I saw that he costed him the fight. El Original costed Gran Americano his fight against Javon. Obviously, this looks like we're gonna get a match at either. If we have another Saturday night main event, is gonna be there, or it's gonna be like the final from Monday before that Saturday night main event.
You don't think it's gonna be a Mania match?
No, it doesn't have the legs. It's too far. We start to go to Elimination Chamber, and then it's like 6 weeks of build up before we get WrestleMania. So we're talking about 10 weeks. That's too far.
It really isn't, though. I mean, not even the sort of way. I mean, look at Gable. Obviously, look at original OG one. When he came out, and all he did was just and then that was it. And afterward, after Grande Americano lost, Gable was just like that, whatever. And then he ended up walking out. And that's all you have to keep doing for the next couple matches. Yeah, you have the feud going with Grande Americano versus whoever you have them going off against. But it's like, hey, you're gonna keep costing me all these matches because you keep coming out. So I kind of want you and me going at it, at wherever it might be. But I'm pretty sure you could kind of go all the way to Mania with it.
All right.
Just with the small little stuff like that.
Look, I have the list here of what we're gonna have upcoming on the schedule. So other than Monday nights, and it doesn't show me. Okay, so it does show the Saturday night main events. All right. So January 31st, on February 28th, which is the last month, that's Elimination Chamber in Chicago. After that, we get Rey de Reyes, March 14th. That's where we can see it. If it
it's a Triple A event?
Yes, a Triple A, because WrestleMania is until April 18th. I'm telling you right now, it doesn't have the legs for April 18th. And it's too much of a small fight. The only thing I understand what you're saying WrestleMania because it's 2 nights. That means that they need to have matches to fill the card. I just don't think it has it unless, let's say, he loses in Raw, el Grande Americano, and then they have el Rey de Reyes, and gana el Grande Americano, el Original pierde, and then at WrestleMania, mask versus mask. That's the only way I can see if it has the legs all the way. Because look, again, let's say in February, which is 28, is a Sunday. So let's say if it has the legs, that's 20 days from now. 20 days from now, let's just say on the 24th, which is Monday, or the 1st, which is March, ¿cómo se llama? That's where you can have el Original win, right? El Original wins on that Monday. And then at the Rey de Reyes Triple A, because El Grande is more popular, he wins over there. And then at WrestleMania is like stipulation, mask versus mask. That's the only way I can see it going all the way.
But see, even yourself, you just put it in a time frame, and clearly it's doable.
And there's another way también. I forgot. El Grande Americano can always go to American Alpha. It's Chad Gable's stable.
Alpha, not Alpha Academy. American Made.
American Made, yes, American Made. He can always go to them, and then we can have like a triple threat match, right? That can be the first one that sets it up. And then we got Rey de Reyes in March, and then we do the Máscara versus Máscara. That's the only way I can see it going all the way. That's the only way. Other than that, I don't have let's just be honest. Triple H doesn't give a fuck about mid card.
I mean, that's a given, like obviously. But again, you need fillers. Like you need fillers at Mania, and yeah, you do have that stable that has been gone. American Made hasn't been there since Gable.
Yeah, I don't know why when they have a tag team division.
So since Gable, they haven't been in, and obviously you have Grande Americano with his little 2 masked people. So that's a team of 3 versus a team of 3. And you could easily make that happen, and then you go with the 1-1s, and then finally the 1-1s again.
Exactly. Yo me quedo entre mí. I'm like, it's just funny because I'm like como te dije last time, make me the booker. I have better ideas. You can literally have the Alpha, the American Made, whatever they're called, versus these fools just as tag team. Yeah. And let's say they or 1-on-1, right? One, he wins one, the Alpha, the Mexican ones win one. And like, okay, and then in Rey de Reyes, it's a triple threat, ¿verdad? 3-3. And then let's say the Grandes win. And then Original, let's do a match. Like, you have to make us care. In a way, because I saw that he costed him the match, I'm like, okay, we're getting there. But if you're just going to do like a one-off, I don't see it to WrestleMania. If it's a build-up to WrestleMania, I can definitely see it, but you have to make these fools wrestle. Si no cuenta.
I mean, yeah, I guess, because again, there's options of getting there. Yeah, it depends. It just depends on what they want to do with it and how they want to go with it. I mean, if anything, next week they fight and that's it. It's like obviously, I'm sure it's not gonna happen next week, but you at this point, at this rate, you don't know what's gonna happen with Triple H at the helm.
Yeah, that's true. Porque I mean, like we can literally make a WrestleMania card right now with the kind of the feuds that they have. Let's say the Intercontinental would be Dirty Dom, Finn Balor, right? That would be at WrestleMania. You would have the what's it called? CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Cody versus Drew. That's what it looks like we're gonna get.
Mm-hmm. I think that'll be a triple threat: Cody, Drew, and Fatu.
With Fatu, I forgot about Fatu. ¿Cómo se llama? And then for the U.S. title, who has it right now? Who the fuck has? Oh, Carmelo. I don't think they'll do it, but Trick Williams.
No, Carmelo and The Miz.
Really? Who?
The Miz, The Miz.
I think they're not gonna pay it off no more.
I mean, because they touched on it last Friday. That they touched on that, and obviously the Miz went to the Rumble. He was there, and who wasn't? Metal Dome Miz, he wasn't there. But regardless, you could still make that. Hey, you guys had the tag team. And you had it for a while. Another time it just was just being a tag team. So it's like let's pay it off at Mania with for the title. You're
not wrong. Oh, when that it was a future past feud that can definitely work. Are you gonna leave Dragunov off without a fight?
I mean, you could always have a random ladder match in there.
I mean,
I don't know. At this point, it's like the thing with Mania. It's you took a few matches that could have been a staple at Mania. The freaking Money in the Bank. You made it its own pay per view, and really you could have kept that as a Mania match. Like yes. Why not? That's a very much to keep that going on at Mania.
You bring 6 to 8 guys, and there you go. Now you're doing like Fatal 4 or the TLC match, tables, ladders, and chairs. There's a lot of things that we can go. I know it's too early. But can you say Grande Americano can be a WrestleMania match? I don't like for me, because of the way that I've been seeing how Triple H runs things, it doesn't have the legs for me to care. But if you do it like the way I said it, like have us interested in the stables, have us interested in the storyline, go for it. Fucking do it. But other than that, no. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Obviously, like Braun Breaker, they're gonna cost him Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, no, that match. From what I'm seeing, Seth is gonna be back by Mania. Seth Braun at Mania. That's it. That's already stapled. The fact that they did this at Rumble, that tells me they have a pretty good idea of when Seth Rollins is coming back. Mm-hmm. And they're like, hey, you gotta be clear for Mania, so we're gonna already start pushing the storyline.
And people are saying that it is Austin Theory who did it, being the second guy to Seth. It's a cool theory. I mean, no pun intended.
No, I mean, it's very much possible. I mean, he was in a Rumble. Yeah, he was in a Rumble, right? Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was. I mean, it's very much possible. At the same time, it could have just been somebody else portraying to be Seth Rollins. It could have been Seth Rollins.
Through the women's, I'm sorry, Stephanie Vaquera, as much as I love you, as much as I love your wrestling, Raquel is going to beat you because obviously we're leaning towards Liv Morgan, Raquel breakup, maybe even Roxanne.
I mean, I know you haven't watched Raw, but they had their match today and Stephanie won. I don't. So I didn't watch the fight. I just asked Evelyn, and she was just like, "Oh yeah, Liv." Because she's like, "Also, does that mean?" Because I was like, "Oh, Roman just picked Punk." She's like, "Okay, so what's the main event?" I was like, "This was the main event. There was no fight. Like, it's done." She's like, "Oh, so does that mean Liv Morgan picked Stephanie Vaquera?" I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "Because when Stephanie beat Raquel, Liv Morgan beat up Stephanie and then picked up the belt and lifted it up or whatever." I'm just like, it doesn't necessarily mean that she's picking her. I was like, but it's leaning in that direction because she still hasn't said who she's gonna pick because she didn't say it. But it's like it's basically pointing to that,
Yes, so. and that I don't know. They're making space for Bianca Belair so that we can have that SmackDown. I mean, I'm sorry, I feel bad for Jade Cargill. I don't know if she was injured, but how the fuck is she not on TV that much? I believe she only defended the belt once, and that's it. Since she's beaten Tiffany Stratton, and that sucks.
I mean, I don't know. Again, booking's terrible in many ways. Like, yeah, you have a great. I mean, you had a great SmackDown run with the tag titles, and now it's gone into the abyss.
Yeah. And because they don't push the Wyatt Six, they don't push them. Like, dude, you have a nice fucking stable, and you guys are not pushing them. Like, what the fuck? And I love that they used them at AAA when they had the versus the clowns and all that. I love that shit. And then they just fucking disappeared. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I'm like, you guys are the champions, and you're having them disappear.
Nah, they were the champions because they just lost them. But yes.
To who?
To the MFTs, MJFs, whatever.
Oh, they won. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so they won the titles. But regardless, my point is, you guys had a great tag division in SmackDown, and somehow, some way, it just blew up now, and it sucks now again.
Well, Gargano's gone. No, not Johnny Gargano. The other for Tommaso Ciampa. Mm-hmm. Andrade is gone. That takes away two teams. You guys didn't like the Barbie guys, so in a way they weren't that pushed as much. ¿Cómo se llama? Who else was in it? Well, the LWO, but no one gives a fuck about them. Not even me, who's Latino.
To the point where you had to make a new LWO.
The fucking Garzas también, and no one gives a fuck about them. Huh? Like you guys don't give them time. How do you expect us to care?
And the thing is, SmackDown went 3 hours, now, and it's like, again, you had a great tag team division, and now it's just gone. Like,
I remember that they went to 2, and now they're back to 3. I'm like, and you're still not focusing on like the whole point of WWE is to focus on the champions. Like that's why even if he's in the background, even like Chelsea Green, when she had that US title, I'm like, you kind of cared because she was always in the background with the title. She was always like, fucking, she's amazing. She's a great wrestler. But you knew that. I'm like, even if she sucked at wrestling or even if you don't like her, she was there. And then when Julia gets it, it fucking disappears. And then fucking Aleister Black's wife, she gets it, and again it disappears. And then Chelsea Green gets it back, and it makes it a little bit better again, and then she gives it back to Julia, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck, dude? Like, come on. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, the whole 3 hour, this is just a theory. I think just obviously they did it for more money. I mean,
like work it though.
No, I mean, yeah, like you obviously did 3 in Now you add more ads, more commercials, more money for DKO. It's a business. It kind of sucks, but I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen AEW, but I'm kind of leaning like, hey, maybe I should lean over to that side just to see the.
I will keep continuing to say the same thing for AEW and a little bit of the stuff that I've been hearing. AEW is a fan for wrestling fans. Like they wrestle more.
Right.
Their storylines are weak, but they concentrate more on the wrestling than promos. The thing is, I'm like, you guys do too many fucking finishers that it fucking annoys me.
Right.
Like when Roman wrestles and you have to like fucking do 5 crossroads and fucking 27 spears. I'm like, that shit's annoying. Like, no, keep it consistent, guys. Like just one. It's like even that the finisher of Penta. I did like more the Penta driver a lot more, but the Mexican Destroyer. I was like, that should always be a fucking finisher because that's literally a fucking tombstone or a pile driver.
Yeah.
And people don't see it like that. Oh no, he's just spinning. Motherfucker, it's pile driver. It's a fucking pile just spinning and shit.
Yeah.
It's dangerous too because you don't have that much control.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously you have the whole neck, if anything, landing straight on the mat if you don't position properly.
Yeah, so like it's just annoying. We'll see in what elimination chamber where it takes us, but this is my 6 at the. It's gonna have to be a SmackDown chamber, huh? It's not gonna be a Raw.
I mean, I don't think it matters. I think it's 3 and 3 regardless.
3 and 3. Okay, if it's 3 and 3, I got Cody. I got Fatu in there. That's gonna be my SmackDown guys, and then maybe Solo, which I don't want to see in there. So I'm gonna go with that. Oh, you got fucking the Priest and fucking Aleister Black. So I don't. Hey, Aleister Black that wasn't even on freaking on the Rumble. Is he injured?
Not that I know of. I mean, the last time we saw him, I think he lost to Priest in the ambulance match or whatever.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with Priest then. That's gonna be Cody, Priest, and Fatu, and then the guys from Raw, most likely LA Knight. Who's another one? Gunther, and who's not Finn Balor? He's gonna have a CM Punk match. Who would be another guy for Raw? Jey Uso?
Obafemi?
Obafemi. Ooh, but Obafemi's gonna take a pinfall though.
I mean,
with that,
Braun Breaker.
Oh, I didn't say him, huh? Okay, Braun Breaker. I forgot about Braun Breaker. Yes.
The thing is, same thing. Braun Breaker's taking a pin.
Braun Breaker's taking a pin because they're gonna cost them.
You're right, Seth Rollins. Yeah.
Yes, they're gonna do it again, and maybe someone else joins that freaking. That's where maybe you find out that it's theory because do you guys remember Edge? There was an elimination chamber where he beat the shit out of someone. I forgot who it was, and then he took his place at the chamber.
Yeah, I forgot who.
So literally, a hooded mask beats the shit out of him, and then we can find out that it's Austin Theory.
Too much? Yeah, I mean, not too much. I just don't think. One, I don't think it's Theory. I just don't think it's him. Obviously, today's episode of Raw, they were talking, all that stuff. I didn't watch it.
I saw the promo. It was decent because Braun Breaker sees it and he just fucking dogs him, and then everybody runs towards Braun Breaker runs to beat fucking Adam Pearce. El Gordote stops him, and then LA Knight comes from the back and he just chair shots Logan and Theory.
Yeah, so I mean, I haven't really haven't seen much of Raw. I did watch the epics of the ship, so
I don't think they would go the Edge route, but I feel like Braun Breaker would be his match. They would cost him the match, the same hooded guy. Do we get someone taking off the mask or whatever that day? I don't know. And I also would see Gunther, Cody being the final two. Y como se llama Cody beating him again by outsmarting him again, which I would hate because I'm not a Cody fan and I'm a Gunther guy. So I have to, because I'm looking at WrestleMania, it would have to be that way unless it's like a double pin. No, it's like a double count out where let's say Cody and Fatu se caen los dos, así se desmayan, and they both land with their arms in them. 1, 2, 3, they're both winners. And voila, that's how you get your triple threat.
I don't think. I mean, sure, if that's your take, but that's not gonna happen.
How would you put Fatu in there then?
Simple. Drew comes out. the same way that Cody Rhodes got eliminated at the Rumble. Same thing would happen at the chamber. Something with Drew doing to cost one or the other the pinfall, and then and then that's how you get the triple threat. Because again, so in the Royal Rumble, Cody Rhodes wasn't eliminated until Drew McIntyre completely what that one finisher he has and hit him in the head, and he just like fell off the ring.
He's probably gonna do it to Cody again.
I mean, the same could be for Jacob. We don't know because obviously after he did that to Cody, Jacob and Drew started like screaming at each other or whatever, and Drew was just like, "All right, cool, don't care, I'm just doing my thing," and then he just ended up playing.
Because we do have a face manager. He's gonna be like, "Gentlemen."
So again, that's how that could just be Breaker getting beat up by the Hooded figure. No, I don't think they reveal. I don't think it's gonna be like an Austin Theory, because it's like, are we gonna eventually after Mania continue running the storyline between the Vision and this new Vision 2.0 with Seth and Theory and whatever, Logan Paul?
It would be called the Future.
I mean, I'm sure. But it's like, this story needs to pay off at WrestleMania, and that's where
maybe I'm just looking too much into other theories that are out there. I do like the fact that it would be like a double agent, but at the same time, I kind of hate it because I'm like, no, just keep him there. Seth Rollins doesn't need a stable. He obviously didn't need the fucking briefcase. And me touching one last thing before we close it out to the Roman. Roman didn't need the Royal Rumble to get a title shot. He could have won the Elimination Chamber and gotten the title shot. But I just think it kind of makes sense to give it to Roman to erase that original win that he has. And because if you would have given it to someone else, you have to look at the Drew's direction, and you can already tell where the Drew's direction is going. So because of that, yes, you would have to give it to Roman. And like I said, I was okay with the win, but you could have at least had different Final Fours. You shouldn't have done Randy, Logan. You could have kept Gunther and then just added 2 new guys. Keep it more spiced up and shit. I just didn't like the Final Four.
I mean, shit. To be honest, obviously at the beginning of the Rumble with Breaker going out, it's like, damn, that was a pick for a lot of people.
Oh yeah,
and he went out immediately. So it's like, obviously when Brock Lesnar's going in, a lot of people are like, okay, well, Brock Lesnar's gonna be definitely top 5, and he didn't even make it past, whatever. And it's just like, all right. So yeah, I agree with you. It's like you took away all the suspense, you took away all the mystery out of this. And yes, you're right. They did it to capitalize on, hey, 2016. Let's go ahead and erase that, and let's get the cheers on this time. With Cody, yeah, you're probably right. I think this time around, Drew attacks Fatu, and Cody wins the Chamber just because, hey, Cody's still the face of the company, so he needs Chamber victory under his belt because he hasn't gotten a Chamber victory. So let's go ahead and give him this Chamber victory under his belt. He has the Rumble, so now he has the Chamber victory. So.
And that's what I'm afraid of. That if next year, if CM Punk is still kicking and breathing, I'm afraid that they're gonna give him the Royal Rumble win because he hasn't gotten it yet.
Who, Punk?
He doesn't need it, but money talks.
So I mean, what I touched on. Go ahead.
CM Punk on Saudi is money. Whatever Saudi wants, they're gonna get.
Well, I mean, they already got The Rock for Saudi. They haven't gotten them yet, but they already said, hey, we're gonna pay you all the money you want. Just you're gonna get the biggest payday for you to be there. That's what they set up with The Rock already. So we might get for next Mania, yes. So we might have Reigns, Rock.
Or just, you see, that's where I hate it because I'm like, now you would have to spend a Royal Rumble win on The Rock or an Elimination Chamber win for The Rock.
It doesn't. I mean, it might be for the title. Yeah, you're right. This guy has to be for the title. Yeah.
My bad. I was thinking about title. So you're not wrong, but that has to close out the night.
Yeah.
It would. So let's just put it this way. Let's just say they decide to erase the Elimination Chamber and have someone win let's say CM Punk wins the Rumble because we know that The Rock already said we're going to face a Rumble. I'm like, do you need a belt? I think people wouldn't be pissed if there's no belt involved.
Sure, but also, okay, you close out the night with the belt involved, Roman versus Rock. So I could guarantee a way people won't get mad. You get, like I said on my take with the Drew match, Sami Zayn. This is a story arc build up for the next Mania.
As a third guy?
No, not for that match. No. Negative. For the other title.
For main event 1.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe not even close out the night, but Sami Zayn doesn't necessarily need to close out a match at Saudi. He's already gonna get the pop anyway. You know what I mean?
CM Punk versus Sami Zayn, main event 1?
I doubt it. No, I think Punk's out of the picture after this Mania. I think they'll have him out of the picture up until, I don't know, at a future date, but I don't think Punk wins the Rumble next year. I think that's going to be Sami. Sami Zayn's going to go and complete his story.
Okay, so the next question is, Who wins the match, Punk or Roman? First unscripted take. The way that you think the company's going.
Punk. I think they're trying to please him. Make up like the same way they pleased Roman with a hey, let's make a right out of a wrong. We're gonna go ahead and make a right with Punk out of a wrong. Obviously the way Punk was.
You meant Cody, right? Well, you meant Cody, right? Because what? Why Roman? Like, what was his wrong?
The right and the wrong with the Rumble. Yeah, we give you the Rumble because you got booed in 2016. So now Punk will give you this win at Mania because, well, one, the only main event at Mania you got after you came back. Well, not even after you came back. The only main event at Mania you got in, you lost to obviously Seth Rollins in this case.
Bro, do you think he's gonna go 3 WrestleManias with losses though? Roman Reigns, he lost to Cody, he loses a triple threat, and then he loses to Punk.
Build up because then he beats the best that ever was, The Rock, at the next Mania.
Then that's how they pay you back.
Solidify Roman Reigns as one of the greatest.
And that's the first unscripted take of 2027 WrestleMania.
Ain't no one talking about this far back. This is the first time, the only time. You heard it here first. January. What is today's date? Whatever today is.
Very too. All right, well, you have yourself a good night, man. See you next week.
You know it.